Big news day. Uttar Pradesh voted in the fourth phase of assembly polls today. The India-Australia test series kicked off, but the headlines largely revolved around Mumbai's municipal election. Shiv Sena is the biggest party with 84 seats, but they're not celebrating. They've lost room to maneuver against the BJP, which has come an uncomfortably close second at 82 seats. And the Congress has fared worse than the last time, despite corruption and misgovernance by the incumbents. It's an interesting and nail-biting election, and as interesting as politics really gets in India, we're breaking down the numbers and telling you what they mean for all the players here ahead on this show.
देश में माननीय मोदी जी ने जो पारदर्शी प्रामाणिकता की राजनीति शुरू की और जिस राजनीति ने पूरे देश में एक विश्वास पैदा किया, आज उसी विश्वास को साथ देने का काम, उसी विश्वास को आशीर्वाद देने का काम मुंबई और महाराष्ट्र की जनता ने किया है। मुंबई की महानगर पालिका में बहुत बड़ी विजय हमको प्राप्त हुई है और करीब 81 सीटें भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने पाई है। इससे पहले हम 31 सीटों पर चुनकर आए थे और इसलिए मैं ऐसा मानता हूं कि बहुत बड़ी क्वांटम जंप जिसको कह सकते हैं वो हमने ली है। चाहे विदर्भ हो, मराठवाड़ा हो, उत्तर महाराष्ट्र हो, पश्चिम महाराष्ट्र हो या महानगर पालिका को बहुत बड़ा समर्थन ये जनता ने दिया है और निश्चित रूप से मैं ऐसा मानता हूं कि जो एक नई शुरुआत आदरणीय मोदी जी ने की है, उस शुरुआत के साथ पूरा महाराष्ट्र उनका साथ दे रहा है, हमारा साथ दे रहा है। उन्हीं के नेतृत्व में महाराष्ट्र सरकार ने जो कार्य किया है, उस कार्य को भी लोगों ने सराहा है।
BJP has won majority seats of all the elections, and in 8 corporations, either we are single-handedly have won the corporation or we are the single largest party. So it's a triumph for BJP, it's a defeat for Congress and NCP. People have rejected NCP and Congress lock, stock and barrel. And more importantly, Congress has lost the plot also. Earlier, Congress had the plank of poor. Poor people used to be with the party, but they have realized that there is nothing in the Congress.
महाराष्ट्र के इतिहास में पहली बार भारतीय जनता पार्टी को बहुत अच्छी सफलता मिली है। नागपुर की जनता ने भी हमको जिस प्रकार से सपोर्ट किया है, हमारे जो डेवलपमेंट के काम है उसको सपोर्ट किया है, और मुंबई में भी हमारे 32 सदस्य थे, अब दुगने से ज्यादा ताकत मिली है। ये मुंबई में भी अच्छी जीत है और देवेंद्र फडणवीस हमारे मुख्यमंत्री, उनके नेतृत्व में काफी बड़ी सफलता महाराष्ट्र में मिली है और एक प्रकार से ये हमारे लिए बहुत बड़ा अवसर है कि अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं, उसके लिए और जनता ने सपोर्ट दिया और अच्छा काम और करेंगे।
उद्धव जी ठाकरे साहब बहुत खुश है कि जिस तरीके से दिल्ली वाले, गली वाले एक साथ शिवसेना के साथ लड़ने के लिए आए थे, लेकिन शिवसेना और मुंबई वासियों ने दिखा दिया है, कोई भी आने दो, यानी शाइस्ते खान आने दो, मुगल आने दो, औरंगजेब आने दो या कोई भी आने दो, उनका सफाया करने का काम हम यहाँ मुंबई में करेंगे और करके दिखाया है।
And joining us this evening on Spotlight is Priya Sehgal, Senior Executive Editor of NewsX, with me in the studio. We'll also be joined by Jaiveer Shergill, National Spokesperson of the Congress Party, and Syed Zafar Islam, Spokesperson of the BJP. Good evening to everyone. Priya, to you first. What's your big takeaway from today's results?
I think the BJP really has come out as a winner, even though it hasn't got a clear majority or not even the first biggest seat in the BMC polls. They've done well throughout pan-Maharashtra. And secondly, of course, the big ticket message is that it's now trying to carve out a space on its own away from the Shiv Sena. So in that sense, it managed to get the anti-incumbency of the Shiv Sena. It didn't go to the Congress. It snatched that away from the Congress and NCP. So what does that say about the opposition parties is my third big takeaway.
Right, and that's a question we'll come to for the Congress Party. But Syed Zafar Islam, many congratulations on today's results. The BJP show has been good, but both sides, we know, fall short of a clear majority, both the Shiv Sena and the BJP. And the big question everyone's asking is a realliance now on the cards, sir?
See, two important issues here. One, whether the alliance has indeed broken. We have independently gone to the poll. We have been getting a lot of support from the people, and it was very evident from the fact that the Congress party and the other opposition parties were completely wiped out purely because they were not getting any traction from the people of Maharashtra, particularly I'm talking about Mumbai. Under the circumstances, we thought that it is fair for both the parties to go independently and talk to the voters directly, engage them directly, and the result is apparent for all of us to see. Having said that, as far as the alliance with Shiv Sena is concerned, that alliance was there, alliance still holds. They are part of our government in the central government. The Shiv Sena is part of state government. And we believe in coalition dharma. We have never said that we are breaking the alliance. Really? And I'm sure that there'll be meeting of minds. There'll be meeting of minds in terms of giving a good governance to the people of Maharashtra. There's a lot of expectation of the people.
This morning, BJP leaders came out saying the Gundas are being defeated. To meeting of minds and coalition dharma. I mean, this is as golmaal as it gets. But well, you're a spokesperson. You have to defend your party. Jaiveer Shergill, the Congress...
I'll tell you one thing.
Okay.
No, I'll tell you one thing.
Tell me.
There is a proverb. छोड़ो कल की बात पुरानी.
पर ये तो आज ही की बात है.
नया जमाना है.
आज सुबह की बात है सर.
नई बनेगी कहानी. So we should focus on future. We should focus on what is the expectation of the people of Maharashtra. We must deliver to the expectation of people of Maharashtra, and we have been given a lot of support from them, and we will now in a position of strength to drive their aspiration and meet their expectation because we are in a position of strength.
You know the other song on Twitter? They were talking about Shiv Sena and BJP, na tum bewafa ho, na hum bewafa hain. But clearly, things have changed. I take your point though. Jaiveer Shergill, the Congress party was expected to make the most of the rift between the BJP and the Shiv Sena, and notwithstanding the charges of corruption and misgovernance by the incumbents, you seem to have not only failed but failed spectacularly. Do you admit that this is nothing but trust deficit with the people?
Oh, definitely 100%. But before I come to the failures of the Maharashtra Congress, let me congratulate Shiv Sena and Bharatiya Janata Party for the excellent performance they have put up in the BMC elections. Of course, BJP has made big leads. A victory is a victory. There are no ifs and buts to a victory. Definitely, one factor is that elected state government has a big influence on the municipal polls. People want consistency, so more than often the state government plays and wins the municipal polls, but that does not take away any credit for both BJP and Shiv Sena. Now coming to the Congress, clearly this is a very big disappointing defeat. We were not anticipating such a defeat, and I think going way forward and from the results it's very clear the Congress failed to attract voters. The Congress failed to convince the voters that we can provide a better alternative to Shiv Sena and Bharatiya Janata Party in the BMC elections. So definitely a worrisome situation. We have to put our ear to the ground. Just hope that BJP and Shiv Sena play their role in a fair manner and take Maharashtra's development and civic poll issues to a new height.
Right, it's good to hear your graceful admission. Do you have any word of advice for your party colleagues in Maharashtra? Let me read out a tweet by Milind Deora. Conclusion one can draw from BMC election results is that Mumbaikars seem content living with potholes, flooding, malaria and water tankers. He's talking like a sore loser.
There is a very famous saying, diving in the ocean, finding not the pearls, do not blame the ocean, the fault is in thee. I and the Congress party lives by that. I do not agree that we can blame the voters. The decision of the voters is supreme in any democracy, and we cannot find any fault with the decision of the voters. And if we really have to, it's a question of relevancy in Maharashtra. We have to admit that. Now Congress has to revive itself if we want to remain remotely in any race. And if we do not look within ourselves, like a classic student, when he fails, he either blames the question paper or he blames the teacher, or he studies more hard for a better examination next time. I think Congress is the third category, that we want to study better, harder, and to pass with the flying colors. But we definitely can't blame any voter in this.
Okay, that's good to know. But is this just about Maharashtra? Because we've seen a pattern, post demonetization, a lot of civic body elections happened in other states as well, and the Congress has been losing consistently.
Yeah, but Jayveer made a point, which is that most of the civic body polls go in the way of the party in power at the state. So in Gujarat, for instance, BJP is in power, so they got that vote. A lot of that vote goes, he says continuity, I said just basically getting your work done. It's the very contractor mentality, but that's what people really vote for. They know that the end of the decision makers would be the legislators, so let them work in tandem. Otherwise, you'll have a situation like in Delhi. Delhi is the biggest example where this government, the chief minister and the people in power do not get along. And there is a collision, there is garbage being piled up. So maybe that's the lesson that voters have learned. They haven't really voted in favor of potholes or in favor of bad infrastructure. But what does it say about the Congress, that even they are voting for bad infrastructure, they prefer that than the Congress? They think Congress is even worse than the potholes delivered by the Shiv Sena. They don't know what the Congress will deliver. So I think that's a sad statement on the Congress, the people who haven't been able to convince the voter, in spite of the anti-incumbency, to come and vote for them. Is the BJP who's come in on that space.
Right. Mr. Islam, you wanted to make a point.
See, there's one party which is actually be overly
Just a
worried,
second.
and the leader of that party. Shall I go ahead?
Yes.
I'm saying that there's one party in Uttar Pradesh, Samajwadi Party, and Akhilesh Yadav will have a sleepless night tonight, for sure, because he will be definitely overly worried that they have done an alliance with a party which is shrinking, which has been wiped out in Maharashtra and which is likely to be wiped out, and along with Congress,
Zafar has been
the
leading
Samajwadi
BJP.
Party
Okay,
will
I
get
was
wiped
gonna
out
say
in. No, and secondly, I just want to tell Mr. Shegil that just see the result yesterday in Odisha. We are not in power in Odisha. Biju Janata Dal is in power, but see the phenomenal performance we have demonstrated exhibited in Odisha. Not because of we are in power, but because of our policy, and policy is always driven by with the aspiration. What is the aspiration of the people of the state, or people of the country, people of the city? Unlike Congress, who do not want to understand the people's aspiration, do not want to engage people, they just want to rule. And we have a belief that we have to serve the people. That is the main differentiation between us and the Congress. And that's why as they go forward, they will realize that more and more people will get attracted towards us, because we have a policy to serve people, they have a policy to rule and plunder the national wealth.
All right, Jayveer Shergill, there's a lot of kite flying going on, and I was speaking to some political observers, and some of them said, who knows, the Congress might ally with the Shiv Sena, give outside support, they'll have to swallow this bitter pill if they want to stop the BJP in its tracks for 2019. Is that a possibility?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can.
Okay. Now, firstly, I'll take Priyaji's and what Mr. Zafar said first. That Chandigarh elections, municipal elections, BJP and Akali alliance won. But you will see in Punjab that they will be nowhere in the political landscape. I don't predict any result, but one thing I know for sure, that Akali and BJP are going to third place. So because they were in ruling at the time municipal elections took place, they had a definite influence, be that as it may. Now second, when it comes to pattern, to your question, I think the BJP, today it's their day, but they should not forget that sunny and rainy days change in politics very fast. Let Punjab, Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh result come out, and then we will see whether civic polls were a true barometer of Bharatiya Janata Party's popularity or not. But today I can't take away the credit from them. Third, when he talks about Odisha and gives me the other examples, look, the nervousness within the BJP camp as far as Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand and Punjab is apparent when you have to again raise the communal pitch, or you have to again talk about Hindu versus Muslims. So the nervousness is writ large apparent in the BJP camp, but today is their day, so I can't say much, but the 5 polls which are going, the results will be on the 11th March, will definitely tell you a different story.
All right. And of course, as you said, there are ups and downs. 1984 Lok Sabha, the BJP had 3 seats, and see where they are today. So, well, things change. But I want to bring in 2 more players. Uddhav Thackeray, who seems to have lost that major lead in his only citadel, Mumbai, and Raj Thackeray, who's gone down from 28 to 7.
Exactly. That's, I mean, Raj Thackeray, this is a huge setback for him. He really has to get his house in order, all his, one-upmanship with Uddhav Thackeray. The message is clear that, he really has to work harder. But Uddhav Thackeray, he's been taking on the BJP also. He's been making a lot of noises. All that hasn't worked out in his favor. Maybe he was hoping, this, especially against demonetization. He's come down pretty hard against the BJP on that. And this is the financial capital. So over here, if he hasn't been able to make a dent, then that really says something about his politics. But also to go back to what Jayaveer was saying, he talked about political weather. Sometimes it rains, sometimes the sun shines. It's been raining a lot for the Congress recently, Jayaveer. If you don't win Punjab, you will be reduced to 3, you're just, 3 states in the northeast and Karnataka. You have Himachal, I know you have your own figures. My figures are saying it's a tough battle for you. You have to, even if you retain Himachal by some miracle, only big state you really have is Karnataka. You are down to 1 hill state here and 3 northeastern states. So you have to win Punjab. If you don't win Punjab, and if it goes to the Aam Aadmi Party, then they get to have the opposition space. Finance Minister has written a blog, and he's made a valid point in that. Is the Congress shrinking? Is the Congress getting squeezed out of the opposition space? Forget governance. You can't even oppose. That's a big takeaway. And today's elections again says that.
Right. And many are saying that Uddhav Thackeray is gaining from the shrinking Congress party outside of Mumbai, where he only had this Marathi Manus. This election has shown that where you're losing, the Shiv Sena may be gaining. Jayaveer, that was for you.
Is that to me, Palki?
Yeah.
Okay. Firstly, I think I cannot shy away from the fact what Priya ji is saying. It is very imperative for us to win Punjab, retain Uttarakhand, and put up a very good show in Uttar Pradesh to stage a comeback. I call this the semi-finals before 2019. We have to do very, very well in the semi-finals to stake or have a remote claim on 2009, the final match. First. Second, I think as far as the shrinking part is concerned, BJP was at peak. Delhi, Aam Aadmi Party came in, but Bihar we did reasonably well.
No, it's other parties who did reasonably well. It's not you. Whenever an Aam Aadmi Party or a Nitish Kumar takes on the Congress, they do well. Whenever Congress takes on the BJP, you don't do well. It's the allies, it's the your opposition allies, regional allies are doing better taking on the BJP than the Congress.
Palki, I can just make one point here, please.
Yeah.
No, but Priyaji, I don't think so that example holds good for Uttarakhand.
Just a second,
just 1 second, let me complete. Just 1 second, let me complete. I don't think so that example holds good for. I don't think so that example holds good for Uttarakhand, where it's Congress versus BJP and we did fairly well. I don't think so that will hold good in Punjab, so because now the fight is between Congress and AAP, and BJP and Akali Dal are not nowhere even the picture. I'll be surprised even if they cross double digits. So I think the permutation combination is very state specific. I can't just impose Maharashtra take it as a pattern and impose it all over India. But definitely a lot of thinking to do from Maharashtra, a lot of indications from Maharashtra, and we have to re-strategize our thought process and have some structural reforms in Maharashtra Congress, because whether it was infighting, whether we were not in sync with the electoral, so all of those combinations have to be looked into. As I said, it's a question of relevancy in Maharashtra, because if we don't take this time seriously, then Maharashtra, we are losing space, and there is no shying, I'm not shying away from that fact either.
She brought that up because you took credit for the BJP's defeat in Bihar, and you mentioned in fighting we did not. Syed Islam.
I just want to make a distinction in whatever we have done and what they are doing. How do you measure the strength of a party? When you go solo. We have demonstrated our strength by going solo, and we have won handsomely. We have a win to demonstrate, while Congress has whatever seats they have won on the back of other parties' strength. Had they gone alone in any of the elections, state elections or BMC or municipal body election, you know that they have been completely wiped out. So Bihar, they took support from the united opposition against BJP, yet we have demonstrated very good performance.
So did you go
Our
solo to
performance has
prove that
improved.
you could win on your own and now you'll go back into the alliance? Is that what it was in Maharashtra?
I'm telling you, absolutely, I'm telling you one thing very clear, that there was a request from the workers there, because party is expanding. There was a request. The party cadre knows that we are getting strength from strength, and we must go solo and we must demonstrate to all the opposition
Mr.
parties.
Islam,
and even in the alliance
your party leaders and your party cadres kept saying this is the end of Gundaism in the BMC, but you were part of the BMC, you're part of the same alliance in the Maharashtra state government. So if you're going to blame your ally, you have to take part of that blame.
No, I'm not saying that. Let me just complete. All I'm saying that if you are, earlier we were not in a position of strength to drive any of our agenda, but today we are in a position of strength, and we will drive agenda which is in line with the expectation of people of Maharashtra, and particularly I'm talking about Mumbai. So whatever, you will see the marked difference on how the BMC used to function and how BMC will function going forward.
Sure, you're just stopping short of confirming to us that this alliance is coming back at the BMC level as well. Jaiveer, before we wrap up.
Just, I think BJP's flying solo logic is misplaced. After Mr. Modi became Prime Minister, JNK with PDP, Maharashtra they were flirting with Shiv Sena, Punjab they are fighting with Akali Dal. So their strength on solo is a myth to break government in Tamil Nadu. So their solo strength I really will take with a pinch of salt. I just wanted to make that point. So, but of course, today everything will look glorious to them. But let's not get overconfident or complacent. Let's wait for 11th March. And I think the trend will and the pattern will be reversed.
Well, all the best to all of you then. Thank you very much.
Today, Rahul Gandhi ji has to console Akhilesh Yadav.
Okay.
He will be overly worried. And that's the job you have to do.
Show some largesse. Okay. Syed Zafar Islam, Jaiveer Shergill, Priya, thanks very much for joining us here. With that, it's a wrap on this show. Thanks for watching.